I am just so grateful to be here right now. I am sitting on Lake Murray, and this is a place I probably shouldn't be, but I am here, and I'm gonna do my best to take advantage of it. Making a BFL Regional Championship, that's an amateur angler's annual goal. So I'm fortunate enough to have been able to qualify, fortunate enough to be here, and I love going to new places. I've done so much research on Lake Murray over the last couple of weeks. I feel like I really already know the place, and this is the very first time my boat's ever even been on it. We have a lot to do over the next 5 days. We've got 5 days of practice here. Then we have a tournament on Thursday, tournament on Friday, and if you're good enough, a tournament on Saturday. So I'm going to take this lake and break it into about 7 sections. I'm going to break it into quadrants: northeast, southeast, mid-lake south, mid-lake north, northwest, southwest, and then finally the river. So over the course of 5 days, hopefully I can get a sample size of all of that, find out where the best area of the lake to fish is, and figure out what the winning pattern is. You're not here at this championship to make yourself feel good, to get points. You're here to absolutely win, and if not win, come in the top 6. Top 6 get to advance to the BFL All-American, which is really the Super Bowl of amateur bass fishing. So that would be a milestone for me, and it's something we're all competing for. We're all here for that, try to make that All-American. So that, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and talk a lot. I got a lot of work to do, and I appreciate you guys watching. We're gonna tag along and see if I can get on anything. Conditions right now, it's raining and a little breeze. It ought to be a killer spinnerbait bite, and that's what I'm gonna start with. I'm gonna find me a good point to start on. We're gonna start slinging a spinnerbait, see what happens. I'll be doggone, boys. This is my first Lake Murray fish. And look, it's gone. That chatterbait, he's gone. Got the whole thing in his mouth. Well, it's not that gone, but he ate it good. So what you think? That's about a 1 3/4, 2 pounder. Not terrible. Not terrible. Put it back. Talk about it. So I came into this creek. I've been here, what time is it? It's 8:45 or so. So I've been in here about an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours. This is my second bite. I had one chase a spinnerbait to the boat. And I figured, given the conditions today, it's a moving bait kind of day. But that was my first fish I've caught in an hour and a half. But I'm, you know, I'm really shocked by how clear the water is. I mean, I'm assuming there's 5 foot of visibility. So I broke the drop shot out. I've been fishing some docks, I've been fishing some grass. It was so clear I felt like I had pulled a drop shot out, and I'm getting bit by a lot of brim, and I'm seeing a lot of brim by the docks, but no bass around. I did see a couple of bigger marks swimming around the docks, but I couldn't get anything bigger to eat other than those light taps from the brim. So, but this is a secondary point that fish was on. But I'm not seeing, the wind is blowing right in here. I'm kind of protected by it right now, so it doesn't seem like it, but it's blowing fairly hard. And it's blowing right into this creek here. But I don't see any bait. I mean, there's a very small amount, but certainly not what we're looking for. So I'm kind of halfway back into this creek. What I'm probably gonna do is work my way back up and see if, just try to find a bait. You know, kind of start from the back where I've been and move our way back up. Here he comes. I told you. There's a little bait ball down there. There's some some fish underneath though. I can't believe I missed them. It's Saturday. I'm not really worried about sticking fish, so we're gonna try to throw it back in there. I just had one absolutely blister it. I found some bait and they're under the bait. And I dropped this through the bait ball and down under it, and one just exploded on it on live scope. See that? All right, we gotta make a change. I'm gonna tell you why. All right, there is something about this color that they don't like. I don't know. I got a blue tail on it. There's something about it they don't like because they're not eating it good. Got several roll up on it and not eat it. So let's find one they want. This is kind of the same, tail's a little different, and it's more of a flat than a flashy. See how the difference? Let's see how they like this one. Small subtle changes can make all the difference sometimes. Wow, that feels good, boys. No wonder it felt good. Chain pickerel. Set the hook on that one and she didn't really move that much. Not even. It is. I thought you were bigger than that. Oh, I thought you were bigger. You felt bigger. It's obviously a little moving bait bite. There's two on the chatterbait. Fun, it really is, but I've got to find some better quality fish. I don't know if I need to change locations, change what I'm throwing. At least I'm getting bit. Fellas, we're going to call that a wrap for day one out here. Wasn't terrible. I mean, anytime you can come to a place and get a few bites on the very first time ever there. It's not terrible. I still got a lot to figure out. I couldn't get bit on a worm. I couldn't get bit on a jig. I fished a lot of stuff today, and I could not find any bait. I found a little bit this morning, but I have been looking for bait all afternoon and I can't find it. And I think I might not be able to find it because wind's blowing northeast, and I'm fishing the northern side of the lake, so it's probably the wind is blowing the bait to the other side of the lake. So we got a lot to figure out, that's for sure. I got to find some quality bites. I feel like there's some fish on shoals that you can run a crankbait through or a chatterbait through. I never did get bit on a spinnerbait, but I did get bit on the chatterbait. And you know, it just seemed like they want some moving baits. I think I had a couple of better quality fish blow up on that walking bait this morning. Never could get them hooked up, and I don't think they were committing to it. Honestly, the water is so clear, I feel like you need some sort of translucent top water bait. And I don't have anything translucent, so we're gonna have to make a run somewhere to try to find something. So yeah, that's that. I'm tired. I'm going home or going back to my hotel and put some notes together and try to figure out something better for tomorrow. Tomorrow's, you know, every day we're at, we got to get a little bit better, a little more knowledge, and so that's what we're gonna try to go do tomorrow. I'm going back to the boat ramp. All right, day 2. Every day you're out here, you got to break it down a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more. Finally figure it out. Got to do a little bit better job today than yesterday. I'm gonna focus today on the back of creeks, very back, about as far back as I can go, and then the back of pockets, and try to find some bait. And a concentration of active fish. So we're not gonna spend a lot of time talking about it. We're just gonna go try to do it. Two of these I've caught in here, all the way at the back of a creek. 2 little pickerel. It's been brutal today. Thrown everything I got at them. Nothing's working. I ain't even seen a bass today. And I don't know where they are. I don't know what they're doing. I cannot get bit. I have no bait. I've seen no bait at all. I'm calling it a day. I know when I'm beat. Finally! Holy smokes! It has been so long since I've caught one. I was wondering if I remembered how. Quit. Just want to make sure you're a keeper. Pretty sure he's 14. Yeah, he's 14. Man. It's been brutal. It's 9 o'clock Monday morning. And good news and bad news. Bad news is that was my first fish. But the good news is I am way down the lake now, close to the Little Saluda. Is that how you say it? Saluda? Little Saluda River. And it is like a completely different fishery down there. Extremely muddy. Trash floating everywhere. Logs floating. Extremely dirty. Extremely dangerous to run. I mean, it makes the James River look like a cakewalk. And it was just very, very muddy. In fact, the river itself is in flood stage. But I started coming into these little pockets and little main lake arms, and that's where the bait is. So there's bait all around me right now, and I just yo-yoed that rattle trap, just yo-yoed it through that bait, and I got bit finally. So at a very bare minimum, I have found some bait. Now, I mean, I couldn't find any bait for 2 days, so I've got some bait, and I actually got bit around the bait, so that's good. You guys gotta see this. This is awesome looking. They are eating the snot out of this bait. Hold on. All right, so you see, get on them. There they go, right there. All right, hold on, you're gonna see one tear him up in a second. Power of live scope. Definitely found some bait. There's one right there. See the two marks right up here? They're in there just gorging themselves. See it right here? They're right in the middle of it. Look at there. It's like 3 of them. See the bigger marks in the middle? Look, they're about to split it in half. They're right in the middle of the thing. I don't know if that's bass or crappie eating on it, white perch. I don't know. But it's definitely getting eaten on. And I can't get them to bite. But look at that. We got 3. It's really cool to watch. It's like they've got it corralled. I'm gonna throw a top water over top of it, see what happens, I guess. What was that? Came up and weight the popper and just, ooh, I don't know what it was. Ooh, this feels good. I appreciate it. This is my first bite in a very long time. I just want to see if it's a keeper. It is. Just almost 15. It has been brutal. But there's so much grass. I figured I'd fish it like it was Florida. And this is the first time I've thrown this. It's just running a speed worm through the grass. it feels good to get bit. I haven't had a bite in forever. Not sure if you saw that, but he came up and crushed it twice, and he missed it both times. I don't know what I got to do to get him to eat this topwater. Yo-yo in a trap off the end of these points. Easy, easy, easy. All right. Whew. All right, let me give you the rundown. Okay. First of all, this is a keeper. It's like my fourth keeper since I've been here. I came up to this point. And I saw some fish swimming down on live scope. God, he got it good. So I came back on top of the point and threw out to the end of it. It's a long tapering point. And the second cast on it, I yo-yoed it and he hit it on the yo-yo. God bless, I can't get in. Not a big one by any means, but at the rate things are going, I will take it. So I've gotten bit in the grass and I've gotten bit on these long tapering points today, but it is not easy at all. I will say that I'm relatively close to, matter of fact, I'm in the same area where I caught that one in the grass, and then I had those other ones on that those two blow-ups. I'm in the same general area, so maybe there's some fish in this area. This has been the most productive part of the lake so far. And if you remember, I said, like, after my second day of practice out here, I said I'm eliminating all this. I said I'm not coming back to this part of the lake because it was just really bad, or I felt like there has to be something better, and there wasn't. So, but I actually came back today, and I wanted to fish the grass with the worm, and then I just got bit on that. I want to catch another one on a long point like this. I'm gonna go try to find another one. Do not think this is a keeper, but my 13 stinking guy with the blower probably can't hear me, but that's another one in the grass, and I'm just on the same point I just caught one on. I think I'm at least found an area today. I mean, I think I've found an area where I can fish tomorrow. I don't have high expectations, but at least I'm getting bit here, and I haven't been able to get bit anywhere else, really. Ain't that big. There's obviously a grass bite. Oh, it's taking me a while to figure it out. Ain't no size to them, but there's obviously some fish in the grass. First offshore fish. Took me 5 days to get it. I don't even think it's a keeper. They always feel bigger on this light. It's not a keeper. But I'll tell you, I just kind of got lucky because I ran to this spot and it just looked good on the map, and I sat right down. As soon as I sat down, I saw a brush pile, and I just threw on that brush pile. And I believe there's a couple more down there too. It ain't even worth measuring. But I believe I seen a couple more down there. What I'm thinking though is that this would be a good spot to start on first thing in the morning, you know? If I can work that top water over top of that, there's a nice little point right in front of me too. So we'll see. That's my first offshore fish. It has taken me this long. The damn catch one. Been pretty tough. It ain't great. In fact, it sucks. Sucks really bad. Practice is over. I haven't heard a lot of people say any good things about the lake, the way it's fishing right now. I've been here 5 days and I think I've only caught 4 keeper bass or so. It's terrible. I don't know if it's me or if it's the lake. It's probably a little bit of both. I'll say this for sure. I'm sick of fishing these lakes during the worst times of the year with the worst possible conditions. I mean, this is the 3rd tournament in a row where you've got to like scrape by and pray for a bite in the tournament. You know, Lake Wiley was tough, Carr Lake was tougher, and now this place is like, it's on another level tough. I mean, I went I went Sunday and Monday and Tuesday with no fish, I think. I don't know, they're all blurring together. Today was my best day for sure. They're obviously in the grass. They're small though. And I went offshore at the end of the day, right? And I was just said to myself, if I can get bit out here, it's probably gonna be a good one. And I went out there and I catch like a 13-incher. So I don't know where the big fish are. I mean, I've been looking forward to Lake Murray all year and I worked really hard to get here. But I'm here and it's supposed to be this phenomenal fishery. And at least for me, it's not good at all. And I can't figure it out. I've been all over the place. The water has risen, I want to say at least 2 foot since I got here. Had a lot of rain last week. The river was just chocolate milk and dirty. I went there Monday. It wasn't good. It didn't look fishable to me. So the lake's up. I don't know what kind of impact that has here. But it's probably playing. I think it's just a combination of fall transition, lake turning over, a lot of pressure. And then in general, September and the first couple of weeks of October are always tough. So it is what it is. But the good thing about this sport, the great thing about this sport, is you're always just 5 bites away from really being dangerous. And I feel that way. And you know, tomorrow's a completely different day. Who knows? I have no game plan for tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. I don't know where to go. I just have
I guess I can run to that grass a couple of those points. I see a lot of guys fishing out. I can't really do anything out there. I saw some other guys running grass today too. I really don't know. I'm not going to know until they call my boat number tomorrow morning. So we'll see how it goes. That's practice is a wrap. You know, I'm sorry I didn't have more fish for you to catch, but if you're here, you know, on Lake Murray during the 1st of October, it's liable to be a tough bite. So we'll see how it goes. Appreciate you guys watching. Wish me luck for tomorrow.